Hello and welcome to another amazing instalment of Prog Review. And today it is Dizrythmia by Split Enz, their third album. It's complicated. And here it is, and this has been newly reissued. Do you want to see what colour vinyl it is? Should we do that first? Should we get that out of the way? Because this and the debut, worldwide debut, Mental Notes, has been, what's it, you got lovely in a bag. Look at that, with them all. And what colour is it? It's red, and I've ruined it. But yeah, it's just a single. It's not a double. It's not a gatefold or anything. So it's just a single sleeve. Yeah, I'm not a biggest fan of this album as the previous one. I really like Mental Notes, Second Thoughts. This was originally released 29th of August 1977. Recorded June to July 1977 in Air Studios, London. Air Studios, of course, George Martin Studios. And this was actually produced by Jeff Emmerich and Split Enz this time. Phil Manzanera and Rhett Davis did the previous one. And yeah, this is their third album. And the interesting thing about it is founder members Phil Judd and Mike Chun are out, and Nigel Griggs and, more importantly, Neil Finn are in. That's Tim Finn's little brother. He's the guy that you know from Crowded House and being in Fleetwood Mac at the moment. So this is his debut. I think he was only something like 15 at the time. Very, very small. But yeah, it's a different album, very different album to the previous one and the other one. Whereas those were a bit more experimental, a bit more left field, little bit more out there. This is a bit more, I guess they're more traditional. So you're going like a move from the prog / art rock that they were doing into more mainstream territory, and that's where you lose me. Because I think their quirkiness and their uniqueness that comes across in the first two albums is their selling point. Selling point for me anyway. I mean, for you could be completely different, but that's what turns me onto them, because they do have some interesting arrangements and uses of instrumentation. Even the vocal stylings of Phil Judd, bring something to the table, and that unfortunately is sadly lacking on these ones. There are some good songs. There's some I'm looking at it, there are some corkers, so maybe I'm being a bit unfair, but I don't love it as much as the previous record. Weighing in an incredible 40 minutes 19 seconds. Nice. It starts with Bold as Brass, which is again typically poppy. Has a great video, do look it up on the YouTube, and I like it. Again, it has some of the quirkiness, it still has some of the quirkiness that you associate with Split Enz. It's when you hear the instrumentation, trumpets and saxophones and other things underscoring the main melody, it has a certain comedy to it that I enjoy. This is followed by My Mistake, which is again a bit more of a it's presented as vaudevillian, and it's a little bit quirky. Which Finn is it? I always get mixed up. Tim Finn has some interesting vocal quirks on this one that make me enjoy it. Then Parafashion Lovies. Sugar and Spice is a Phil Judd song, but again lacks anything interesting going on. The same with Without a Doubt. You flip the record over. Crosswords, again another strong track. Really like that one. Again, because it is weird and got that quirkiness to it. And then probably the heart of the album for me, the heart of it is Charlie. And it's dark, very dark song. And some releases they spell it wrong. They spell it with an EY rather than IE. And on this issue, they managed to spell it IE on the thing, and on the actual label they spell it EY, just to keep it going. But it is it's classic Tim Finn. Really strong song. I think again when I originally got into Split Enz, I know Split Enz Greatest Hits, and this is one of the top songs from that record, which I always enjoyed. Very simple acoustic number. It builds up until the revelation of what's gone on. You know, it's up there with Tom Jones's Delilah. You know, the Three Penny Opera. You know, those kind of murder songs that you may be familiar with. It's just, I think it's great, and I think it's a really good vocal performance. Funny thing is Tim Finn didn't like the performance on this, and Jeff Emmerich got these fine away and got to keep this take, and I think he had the right idea. Nice to know. Jamboree goes on too long. I'm not a big fan of that one either. So again, it's 6 of one, half a dozen the other. Some songs I like, some songs I could do without, and that is the record. And for me, it's also where I depart from Split Enz, because they go a little bit mainstream after this. You know, this is it. The more unusual side of their work has been gone. Everything that made them unique, the USP, has been put in a drawer and left, and they go on and they do this, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't check it out. That doesn't mean you shouldn't give it a listen. When it comes to a rating, I'm going to give this 3 Boulders Brasses out of 5. That's 3 Boulders Brasses out of 5. Not bad, but not as good as it could be. Extra point because it's on wonderful red vinyl, and the pressing is superb, very, very good, much better than the digital version that I've got. So it's nice to hear it in that respect. So yeah, do give it a go. But yeah, and it takes its name from Dizrythmia, which is a big word for jet lag. There you go. Probably because they were flying around all over the world. What do you reckon? I imagine that was the case. So anyway, yeah, have I held it up? No, I haven't. I've got to remember it. I've got to remember the routine. It's very hard to remember all this. So I've been talking about Split Enz, and I've got to avoid the sunbeam. There's a sunbeam. Look. Got to avoid the sunbeam, otherwise it'd be completely dark. So I've been talking about Split Enz Dizrythmia, their 3rd album. Do give it a listen if you dare. Is it prog? Probably not. There'll be people moaning in the comments if they can be bothered. Probably not. I've blocked them all because I'm a rotter, aren't I? But yeah, don't forget to like this video or not. Don't forget to not subscribe if you want. Don't forget to join up. I've got to do all the stuff. You know, it's boring. Nobody wants to do the stuff down there, but yeah, boring, isn't it? But you know, you gotta hustle. Don't forget, there's you can join the club and get access to videos and stuff. And there's Patreon, and there's my music.darrenlott.com. That could be worth a laugh. You could stream me on Spotify if you wanted, if you really wanted to. Could be fun. And yeah, don't forget, while I'm here, we do the Tuesday night chat on Tuesday nights. Again, because the way the world is, Tuesday nights at different times for you guys, so you're gonna have to go and work it out. It's usually 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, or is it British summertime now? I don't know. Again, you can't tell anyone anything because time is totally irrelevant when it comes to the internet and the world. But we do a little live stream and we have a chat. Do come along and join us, and we have some fun, and we help each other through these very trying times. And indeed, I am very trying. Anyway, thank you for watching. There's only one more thing left to say, and if you've been watching these videos for as long as I've been making them, then you're probably shouting at the screen right now, aren't you? You're shouting at me. Get on with it. Just say it. Go on, do it. Do it now. Okay, I'll do it. Are you ready? Prog on.